What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream. We're back in 2026 working on our Deck Knight project, a game built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, the gameplay ability system plugins, C++ blueprints, and all of that good stuff. So, this year we're going to try to go start with a bang. I want to start implementing a lot more stuff involving with the cards and everything like that. We're still going to be making updates to our damage pipeline. I want to do updates for status effects, make those more interesting, and really start to try to populate things with content in hopes of, by the end of the year, put out some sort of demo. I don't know how good the demo is going to be or at what quality the demo is going to be. But the hope is to get into people's hands and get some initial impressions. So that's what we're going to be aiming towards. So today what we're going to do, I want to work on evasive ability overrides. By default, we do have a role as our evasive ability by default. But I would like there to be a card that, when activated, allows you to augment that role into something else. And so this something else, in this example, would be turning into like a lava orb or something. So you kind of dash forward, but as a lava thing, and you burn enemies that you overlap with. We have the whole burning on overlap thing already possible. So when I do something like that, they are now burning. But I would like to kind of make it its own ability and see how I can get it to kind of work. So that's what we're going to work on this week and maybe even next week. Just depends on how long these kind of things take. So let's go ahead and get started. So again, the basic idea is to be able to grant a card that activates an ability, and that ability will override the base dodge ability. So we have the dodge ability, and my assumption is, or at least what I could try to do, is to add a new activation blocked tag. So there's status.block ability. And so maybe I can make a new status, but like status.block. Override or something like that. Because there is also block abilities with tag, so we could have tags for the base ability as well. So the one that we grant will block this ability. That could be a path forward as well. So we could make it another ability type. So type, and then dot, and there's action. And then movement dot dodge and everything. So we could call this, evasive dot base. So we can make it a base ability for evasive. And so when we make a card that lets us do this other thing, we can block abilities with that base tag on it, so that only one can be available at a time. We'll probably have to make these ones called evasive.override. So for example, if I have one override active and then I activate a new card that is also an override, we might need to swap those out. So we need to be able to remove and grant and regrant, things like that. So we'll have to try a couple things, see what works and makes the most sense. So let's start. So we have abilities, and so there's test examples. But I might need to make an overrides folder or something, or evasive. And then we'll call this fireball. And then we need to, let's start with the abilities, right? So blueprint class, gameplay abilities, so GA, evasive, or we say evasive dot fireball. So save that. So under ability, auto commit ability on activate, sure. On input triggered, yes. Type, instant, slot type, empty. So yeah, eventually maybe I can use slot types actually for this. So we can have an evasive slot. Which actually, maybe that is a good idea. For now, I'll make it an empty slot. stacking, blah, blah, blah. That's all good. No cooldowns or anything on it. So asset tag, ability.type, .action, .evasive base. I'm going to say .evasive and then call it override. And then activation own. So block abilities with tag. We're going to say evasive.base. Activation required, activation owned. We could say effect, .gameplay, or status, .gameplay, stance, blocking, targeting. So status, .gameplay, .evasive, .fireball. For now, will hopefully be okay. Source block tag, target required text. I think that's all well and good. So I need to move out this logic, right? Performed this logic here. So I'm just gonna go like that. Bye bye. And we're gonna reuse that here. And how I would want this to work, I want to do like a couple things. Like I might want to introduce. I'll want to introduce a couple things. Like I want to put tags that, so we can put some comments. Make character visible. Well, we don't have to do it there if we do it based on gameplay tags and stuff like that. So world direction, yeah, we're gonna have to do some similar stuff too. I wonder if we can make like a evasive ability class that everything kind of derives from. That kind of gives you some of the data that you'll need. Because yeah, we do like all this yaw angle stuff and. Hey, Antash, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Happy New Year to you as well. I'm glad to be back, working on the project again. Got that New Year's motivation. I also put out a devlog video, kind of introducing people to the game. So everyone should check it out. Let me know what you think. Super excited to see where this project's going to go this year. Maybe I can inherit. Maybe it can inherit from Dodge. So. We have find your dodge angle.